Hello, dear students. How are you all? I hope everyone is doing good. Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about human digestive system. Okay, students. In the digestive system, what is digestive system actually? It's a very complex in nature. Do you know that? So different parts are involved and perform different functions by using various digestive juices and enzymes. So it is actually breaking down the food into smaller and smaller components, and later on it is absorbed into the body. So what is happening, students? How it starts? It starts from the mouth. How it starts, students? It is starting from the mouth because we are taking the food from our mouth, right or wrong? So we eat various types of food, right, which has to be passed through the same digestive tract. So it also has to be converted to substances small enough to be utilized by our body to get proper vitamins, nutrients, minerals, the whatever the food we are taking. To get the proper nutrients, the digestion is must, right, students? So here let us observe the diagram first. This is the diagram of digestive system, students. In this diagram you can able to see here so many parts are there. This is the alimentary canal, which is from mouth to anus. The alimentary canal long tube is there, that is called alimentary canal. So in here in the mouth we have salivary gland, students. Okay, esophagus, this is the also called food pipe, which is also important. Stomach is also important here. This is liver. Liver is the most important thing because it releases bile juice. This is the gallbladder, smaller one, and this one is pancreas, and this one, blue color one, is small intestine, which is a very important organ in the digestive tract. And the bigger one, this one, is large intestine, students. And the last one is rectum, and through the anus the waste material is getting away from the body. Okay, so this is the diagram of digestive system, students. Now see, students, this is the passage of food from mouth to esophagus. So let us discuss first mouth. Okay, this diagram is also called buccal cavity, students. You can say, okay, buccal cavity. In this we have so many organs like nasal cavity. This is available in the nose, palate, lips, jaw, tongue, oral cavity. These all are there. So here first what we are doing, the food we are taking from the mouth is cut and crushed by our teeth in the mouth, right? Then it is mixed with saliva to make it wet and slippery. That is called mastication. The process of mixing up with saliva is called what, students? Mastication. So here the saliva is having three salivary glands, three pairs of salivary glands we have. So one pair is in the tongue, another pair is in the jaw, and the third pair is in the palate. So three pairs of salivary glands are there. Okay. Saliva mainly contains an enzyme called salivary amylase. Salivary amylase is also there. It is also called as ptyalin, which helps in the breakdown of complex carbohydrates to simple ones, whatever the food we are taking. Okay, so then after that this food in the form of bolus is getting into the esophagus. Okay, so here what is digestion, students? Do you know what is digestion? Digestion is the process of breaking down complex substances into simple substances with the help of enzymes and absorbed into the body is called digestion. This is the definition of digestion, students. Okay, so then next what happened? The food, the soft food which we have is mixed with saliva and passes it to esophagus. Esophagus is also called what? Food pipe. Now see the next one. See, students, this is the food pipe which we have, that is also called esophagus. So here this esophagus is, in the esophagus we have peristaltic movement. What is peristalsis? Before that, we will discuss about what is esophagus actually, what is there in the esophagus, how these are contracting and relaxing so that the bolus is entering into the stomach from the esophagus. Okay, so before that, we will let you know, I will let you know that is the walls of the food pipe secrete a slippery substance called mucus. Okay, mucus is there in these esophagus students. Mucus lubricates and protects the esophageal walls from the damage. Okay, from the damage it lubricates some mucus and it is helping the esophageal walls from the damage. This helps the food which is bolus is slide down easily here, and this bolus also aids in easy movement of food. Saliva is helping. Saliva is helping the bolus to the movement of food easily. So here they have two kinds of smooth muscles are there in the esophagus students. The inner layer consists of circular muscles and the outer layer consists of longitudinal muscles, wherein the contraction and relaxation, are you can able to see here the contraction and this is the relaxation, so that it is contracting and relaxing, and the contraction and relaxation of these muscles bring in a wave like motion that propels the food bolus into the stomach by the action is called as peristalsis. This is the peristaltic movement. So area of contraction is this one and area of relaxation of this one, so that the food bolus is entering from esophagus to mouth easily. Did you understand, students? Okay. Now the next one is the food is getting into the stomach now. It reaches into the stomach. So stomach is releasing HCl. What is HCl, students? HCl is hydrochloric acid. Okay. So to make the food acidic, it is secreting HCl. So what is happening here? Food gets churned with gastric juice and HCl. Here the gastric juice is also available. What is that gastric juice? Gastric juice is actually pepsin. Pepsin enzyme is secreted by gastric glands, which is available in the stomach, and this is breaking down smaller, most of the proteins are breaking down here into the smaller molecules because of the pepsin enzyme. Okay, students, so this is very important, pepsin. And then we are having here in this also peristalsis occurs, students. We have a pyloric sphincters here, so that this ring like pyloric sphincters are getting this helping the food to push from the stomach to the small intestine. Okay, so the next step is small intestine, students. Here is the small intestine. So the small intestine in the alimentary canal receives the food from the stomach, right? So the small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal, students. This is very important part, and also it is a longest part. It is the site of further digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats, and it also receives the secretion of liver and pancreas. So what liver is doing here? Liver is secreting bile juice. Bile juice is containing no enzymes, students. You need to remember this point. Bile juice is not having any type of enzymes, no enzymes there. Okay, so pancreas is secreting three types of enzymes here. One is amylase, second one is trypsin, then lipase. These three are secreting by the duodenum. Duodenum is consisting of what, students? Pancreas and liver. Okay, these all called duodenum here. Okay, students, so here these juices render the internal condition of the intestine gradually to a basic to alkaline one. Okay, so here in this small intestine, students, you can able to see the you can able to understand that how they are secreting, like how the secreted bile juice from the liver and how it is converting the fats here to the small globule like forms in the, it is digesting actually. Okay, the fats are digested by converting them into small globule like forms. That process is called emulsification. That process is called emulsification, students here. Okay, so these three enzymes are very important: amylase, trypsin, and lipase, which are secreted by pancreas. Okay, now next one, the small intestine is having small microvilli, students. Microvilli are there. See the diagram here? This is the microvilli diagram. Okay, so here the microvilli is the small finger-like projections in the small intestine. These microvilli increases the surface area for absorption. Absorption of what, students? Absorption of carbohydrates, proteins, minerals, and fats. Okay, so here you can see the blood vessels and lymph vessels. Are you can able to see these are the lymphatic vessel, the yellow color one, and the blue color one which we have, this is the blood vessels. So these two are very important, students. Why it is important? Because whatever the food material we are taking, whatever the nutrients are available in the food is getting absorbed by the lymphs and blood vessels. Okay, so here microvillis are very very important, students. Okay, so the absorption, the products of digestion are absorbed first into the microvilli, and from here into the blood vessels and the lymph vessels. Okay, so almost all the materials are absorbed here, microvilli. And next it is the food, the what the food is remaining, it is passing into the large intestine. We have seen no the large intestine. So in the large intestine, what is happening here? The rest material, whatever the rest material is there, it is passing into the large intestine. Here most of the water, whatever the water is there in the food which we have taken, is absorbed by the large intestine, students. Okay, absorbed by the large intestine, whatever the material is there, and this material is then expelled through the anus, which is the last part of the alimentary canal. Okay, so what is here? This passage, what is the passage? This passage of undigested material. Undigested material only is passing from the anus, no, students? So the undigested material from the body by the way of anus is called defecation. So whatever the waste material we are throwing from our body, we are sending from our body through the anus, is called defecation. Okay, students, so here so many enzymes are also helping us. The food, whatever the food we are taking, that foods are absorbed. All these food which we are taking, considerable amount of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, roughages, fibers, whatever we are taking in the form of food is absorbed by stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine, and sending away the waste material through the anus. Okay, now next, here the next one is flowchart of human digestive system. If you observe the flowchart of human digestive system, once again we can recollect it, students. Here first the food is entering into the mouth, then some mechanical and chemical digestion processes are occurring, then it is entering into the esophagus, then it is entering into the stomach, wherein in the stomach mechanical digestion and chemical digestion is occurring with the help of HCl. Okay, then the food is entering into the small intestine, wherein chemical digestion and absorptions are occurring. Absorption is from the microvilli, right? So microvillis are absorbing all the carbohydrates, proteins, and minerals, whatever we are taking from the food, and it is giving to lymph vessels and blood vessels, so that it should be absorbed and it should be passed throughout our body. Then whatever the waste material is there is entering into the large intestine. Here also the absorption is occurring, but only of water. Whatever the remaining water is available in the food, that is absorbed by the large intestine. Then the waste material, whatever is there, is passing to the rectum, to the anus, and the waste material we are sending out from our body to the from the anus. Okay, so this is about the digestive system, students. I hope you all have properly. Okay, if you have any doubt, students, please feel free to comment in the comment box, and if you have any doubts, you can feel free to comment. You can comment in the comment box also. Okay, thank you for watching, students. Please subscribe the button and please like and share the video. Thank you so much.